Celina has a housing problem that didn't exist a few years ago. Builders are still building, new communities are opening, but buyers aren't absorbing those homes at the same pace. And that's creating a growing imbalance between supply and demand. In my last video, I showed you what was happening inside the Celina housing market, and today I want to explain how we got here, and the story really comes down to four things. Celina experienced extraordinary growth and the buyer changed, construction hasn't slowed down, and now the rest of the city needs time to catch up. Let's go back about 5 years. Celina offered something that was becoming increasingly difficult to find in North Dallas, a large new home at a price that was still relatively affordable compared with places like Prosper and Frisco. Then the pandemic changed the equation. Suddenly, thousands of higher income employees could work remotely, and if you didn't have to drive into Dallas every day, living farther north wasn't nearly as difficult. You could tolerate the traffic on 380, and the Dallas North Tollway didn't need to reach to Celina as of yet. The additional taxes found in many communities were also easier to absorb when mortgage rates were historically low. For the right buyers, Celina made a lot of sense, and buyers came. Celina became one of the fastest growing cities in the country, and builders saw that demand and responded. They bought more land, they opened up communities, started new phases, and built thousands of homes. For several years, the market absorbed them, but then the conditions started changing. The buyer who helped fuel Celina's growth was facing a very different situation. Mortgage rates were significantly higher, traffic and road construction were still major issues, and many companies were bringing employees back into the office. And that last part matters. If you work from home 5 days a week, living further away from your employer isn't necessarily a problem. But if you're suddenly expected into the office 3, 4, or 5 days a week, the commute matters again. And Celina is still a considerable distance from many of North Texas's major employment centers. There was another change happening within part of the North Texas workforce. The H-1B visa program became more uncertain and potentially more expensive for employers sponsoring foreign skilled workers. That's important because North Texas has a large technology and corporate employment base, and some of those workers fall directly into the income range that could afford newer homes in communities like Celina. I don't think we can say that the H-1B changes caused Celina's current housing slowdown, but combined with tech layoffs and return to office policies, it's another potential pressure on the type of higher income buyer who helped fuel Celina's growth. At the same time, higher mortgage rates made the total cost of owning a home much more important.